I think I just found out what is wrong with this car's cooling system. I went to go check the radiator, see if I see coolant up top, and I didn't. So I started adding coolant, and as I'm adding it, I hear it dripping down, which means it has a busted radiator. And if that is the only thing that's wrong with this car's cooling system, then holy shit, I can't believe that I scored that well in this car. Wow. And it's funny because I already had a new radiator and cooling hoses and thermostat and stuff in my cart on rockauto.com, so looks like I'll be smashing that purchase button and getting this thing running soon. Got the car here in the garage, gonna throw it on these ramps and see if I can find this crack in the radiator and pretty much just start taking it apart. So when the new parts come in, easy as that. Anytime that I work in the garage now, when it's slightly cold, I'm pretty much gonna have this heater on, just because it's amazing, honestly. The setup was like $150, including the including the gas, and it is extremely worth it to be comfy in the garage instead of freezing. Radiator came out super easy, as it should. I'm not going to explain the removal process because this is not a how-to video. But the radiator is out. And I can't see a crack or anything, but it's like this center area right here, maybe under this lip, is where it's leaking. So I will hit up Rock Auto and get some new stuff ordered. I'll probably get plugs and wires to just give this thing like an entire freshen up. Already has a new battery, get the air filter, all the basics, and then hopefully get ready to get smogged because California. Alright, FedEx came through and delivered all these parts from Rock Auto. We got the new radiator, got new radiator fan and an AC fan, got spark plug wires, thermostat, radiator hoses, and a air filter. And then we gotta do an oil change afterwards, but we can get that from the store. First thing we'll do is get these new fans mounted onto the new radiator. We're at O'Reilly's getting some oil and a thermostat gasket because the thermostat that I bought did not come with one. Alright, we got the new thermostat in there. Everything's all tightened down. Now we just gotta get these radiator hoses put on and connect the fan connectors. And since we have the intake off for the thermostat install, we're gonna change out the intake filter. And there's the old one and the new one. Quite a difference. We have the radiator all hooked up now. All the fan connectors are hooked up. Radiator stays are hooked up. And I think I found out why the other radiator was leaking. Because on the bottom mounts, they have these super long screws, and when they were installed, it punctured through the radiator. It's kind of silly. When I put it on the new one, I was like, these are way too long right from the jump, and they were. Now we're going to do the spark plugs. We have these NGK V-Power spark plugs and this Pro Series spark plug wire kit. And here's a look at the old versus the new spark plug. last wire. At this point we have the oil changed, spark plugs changed, wires changed, new intake filter, and it's time to add coolant, turn it on, and get the system bled. Just gonna do a look over of everything to make sure that I hopefully didn't forget something. We'll see if I did when it turns on. Nothing was leaking whenever I filled it up, so it should be fine. So let's get it started. Running nice and smooth. We got the heater on full blast. Now wait till it gets warm and comes up to temperature. Check for any leaks underneath it. It's starting to bleed itself out now. Getting all the air out of the cooling system. It's running pretty well. Probably take it out once it gets kind of warm. Drive it a little bit and see how it does. So it is running, but it smells kind of funky. Pretty sure the head gasket is bad because it smells like it's burning coolant just from my mechanic nose senses. But I will check it out at a later date and update the video as I find out more information. Alright, I'm back out here with the Integra just to give an update. Everything went in smooth, but whenever I took the car out for its confidence run and gave it gas and got it washed up, it eventually started to overheat, so I had to pull over and play, leapfrog to get it home. But I got it back in the garage or in the driveway, and now next video, I'll be pulling off the head and then getting a look at everything and seeing how the head gasket looks and change it up, clean it up, take it to the shop, get the heads decked, and then we'll go from there. So tune in for our next episode.
I'm not in the